Hello there, very good afternoon. You're joining Lunchtime News here on MTV Sports. Let's start with your headlines. Celebrations for the 65th Independence Day held in Trincomalee. The President says that the best answer to accusations levelled at Sri Lanka by foreign countries is Sri Lanka's development and reconciliation. Two suspects connected to the murder of the chief incumbent of the Sunanda Upanananda Viharaya shot dead. Well, now to those stories in detail. Addressing the gathering at the Independence Day celebrations, President Mahinda Rajapaksa said that the best answer to the accusations levelled at Sri Lanka by foreign countries is Sri Lanka's development and reconciliation. The celebrations of the 65th Independence Day of Sri Lanka was held at Trincomalee this morning under the auspices of President Mahinda Rajapaksa.
ஒளிமயமான தாய்நாடு வளமான நாளைய தினம் என்ற துணிப்பொருளிலே இந்த சுதந்திரத்தின் தலைவரை அவருடைய வருகையை எதிர்பார்க்கின்றோம்.
Many nations have tried and sometimes succeeded in bringing Mother Lanka under domination.
The President arrived at the location following the arrival of the guests. The celebrations for the 65th Independence Day began thereafter. After the President hoisted the national flag, students from schools in Trincomalee sang the national anthem. A moment of silence is also observed for the fallen heroes of the country. Thereafter, an army guard of honor was given to the President.
It's
been 4 years since this country became the only nation in the world to completely eradicate terrorism. Dear friends, there were many challenges that this country's independence and freedom had to face. So it is correct to say that we have now reached a strong position. Dear friends, a new era for Sri Lanka's foreign policy must be created. It is essential for the independence of our country. The best answer to the accusations levelled at Sri Lanka by foreign countries is Sri Lanka's development and reconciliation. Don't outright believe what you hear in the media. We tell the world to come and see for themselves what is happening here in Sri Lanka. We are a country that always respects the policies of the UN. We are of the stance that those in the UN must respect each other. We suffered immensely for this freedom. All the political parties in the country must realize this. It is not only the government but the opposition too have a responsibility to safeguard the independence achieved.
විපක්ෂයට අපි මේ දිනාගත් නිදහස ආරක්ෂා කිරීමේ වගකීම තියෙනවා.
Well, Independence Day celebrations took place in various parts of the island today.
In the Kandy district, Independence Day was celebrated in the Bogambara grounds under the auspices of the Governor of Kandy. The annual Independence Day celebration in Kandy took place in the Mahamalu area of the Temple of the Tooth Relic. The Mayor of Kandy laid floral tribute before the statue of D.S. Senanayake. In Chilau, celebrations took place in the centre of the Chilau town. Amongst the celebrants, students, government officials and the police were present during the event. In the Vavuniya district, celebrations took place in the office of the district secretary. The event was held under the auspices of District Secretary M.K. Bandula Harish Chandra. The Dambula Sinhala Trade Foundation celebrated Independence Day at the city centre. Jalio Patha, the mayor, was also present at the event.
Well, the Department of Prisons says on the occasion of the 65th Independence Day, 1,000 prisoners will be released today. Commissioner General of Prisons P.W. Kodipilli says the prisoners were released under the presidential pardon. The prisoners released are those who are accused of minor offences and are unable to pay fines. The Anuradhapura prison facility released 140 prisoners. Amongst them, 136 prisoners are males and 4 females. The Bogambara prison released 117 inmates. Among those released, 116 were male and 1 female. The Negombo prison facility released 105 prisoners. Moving on, the police said that 2 suspects in connection to the murder of the chief incumbent of the Egada Uena Sunando Punananda Vihare in Mortua were found shot dead in Dalkade. The chief incumbent was murdered last night.
According to police, the chief incumbent of the Egodoyana Sunando Pananda Viharya, Venerable Matigahatanne Vimalavancha Thera, was murdered at around 9:15 last night with the use of sharp objects and poles. Another monk was with the chief incumbent at the time of the incident. The police said that the houses said to have belonged to the suspects were destroyed by a certain group. The bodies of the suspects have been identified as Sujit Gunaratna and Randima Ruwanratha. The police said that the suspects had been illegally residing in a plot of land belonging to the temple. It was revealed in investigations that the land dispute had been the cause of the incident. Venerable Matigahatanne Vimalavancha Thera was 43 years old at the time of his passing.
Well, the Minister of External Affairs says the visa application of the 4-member delegation representing the International Bar Association has been withdrawn. The delegation of the International Bar Association was set to arrive in Sri Lanka on the 1st to the 10th of this month under the patronage of the Chief Justice of India, J.S. Verma. The Minister of External Affairs went on to note that the business visa category, which had been applied for in the case of 3 persons, were issued on the basis of the purpose of the visit being reflected as conferences, workshops and seminars, while the 4th person had been issued a gratis visa and the purpose of the visit being cited as private. Issuing a communique, the Minister of External Affairs said that it came to the light that the stated purpose of the visit in the application was not in conformity with the actual nature of the visit. Well, still in local news, 1 person has died and 2 others were injured when a 3-wheeler collided with a lorry in the Kasikota area in Ambanpola. The police said that the accident occurred early this morning when a lorry plying from Kurunegala to Anuradhapura collided with a 3-wheeler. The injured were admitted to the Kurunegala Teaching Hospital. The police added that the lorry driver was arrested on suspicion. So that concludes our lunchtime news for this afternoon. I'm Aaron Rajaratnam for News First. Take care.